This is a interpretation of Christopher Columbus from Mustache Pete's point of view. It comes from a column that I wrote for the Front Eye newspapers between 1987, I think it was 1985 and 1988. And Mustache Pete is an invented character, an immigrant who has all the qualities of all the immigrants that I grew up with. So my grandparents and my relatives who were the first generation immigrants, plus the strangers that I had interviewed, the people I had interviewed at old people's homes and neighbors and so on. Old Mr. Colombo, this was October 1986. Old Mr. Colombo crossed a lot of water to get over to this place, and I was thinking that as long as I live, water seemed to be a big problem. Acqua di notte, pericolo di morte. That's a little something my aunts used to say. It means water at night, danger to die. I'm always trying to understand the words. Does she mean if you drink water in the middle of the night, you're going to die? Or if you go swimming or sailing at midnight, you're going to drown? Who knows? It's a good thing old Colombo didn't listen to that aunt, or he would never have made it over here. Nowadays, people can fly over the water, but when I was to come over, we was just like a Colombo. Let me tell you, riding those boats across all the water was no parade. We was a shaking like olive leaves in the middle of a storm, and was a babies crying when their mamas was hanging over the side, giving back to the ocean the cheap soup that they gave us. If there was so much water in the world, we would just to walk over here, or ride some horses and buggies. There was on a boat a boy with us who was coming to America to bring his brother back to Italy. Since his brother was staying in America too long and his father wanted him back to work on the farm. That man didn't want to come on a boat, and at the dock his father was chasing him up the ramp with his horsewhip. The poor boy was a real crazy for to ride that boat. He said, "This is a no good to move from one place to another, especially on a boat. When you go far away, you never come back the same." And he's right. Anyway, all the trip he would sit in the bottom of the boat in a dark corner. He would wake up, drink enough wine to fall back asleep, and keep doing that until the boat stopped. Now I couldn't do that. I stay up on a ship as much as I can because I didn't want to miss them. Of course, there was nothing to miss, just a lot of water and a lot of sky. And some days you couldn't tell what was water and what was sky. Oh, there was all one big color. But was a big difference between the people who were up on the top and those who stay in the bottom. Some of those who stay below said they were scared to fall off a boat. Some who stay on the top said they want to know if a boat will go down. Some like dark, some like light. Some travel with their eyes open, some with their eyes closed. And I guess that's how most people are. Anyway, that was the first and last ship I ever go on. I don't ever want my feet to leave the ground. Even when I sit down, my toes got to tap the earth or I find another chair. This is just the way I am. I don't go up in the sky, I don't go on a water boat, and I don't take no elevators. I guess they say the new Colombos are those who go up in the space boats, and maybe someday they're going to find a new land. Maybe name it after some other map maker. But if they do, it means there's just going to be a lot of people that are going to leave this country to go up there. And maybe then they're going to find out what it feels like to be people like me and all of my paisani and friends who come over from all over the world in kind of boats just to afford to live in this land. I hope they don't forget what it's like to have their feet on the ground, all the while they're floating into space. Anyway, I want to say Happy Colombo Day to all my people and tell you that before Colombo could have come all the way over here, he had to travel far inside his mind, and that's what the celebration should really be about.